Alright, so we're back at the garage, Daan's here as well, and we're gonna get started on the front suspension. See what we can put together there.
If it goes as well as last time, we should be able to put in the whole front suspension today, I think.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff is way lighter than the back. We don't have like a 80 kilo
We don't need to put the diff in, no like subframe.
Pretty much all the parts you can like lift with one hand, so should be easy.
Exactly. Now we have.
But
we have the experience from the back, so that should also help.
Yeah, but we often say this should be easy.
But yeah, in the end, the back was also kind of easy, especially if you compare it to everything else.
Yeah.
But I think in general, the putting together phase is a lot easier because removing the brake lines was shit. Putting the brake lines back in was tedious, but it wasn't that difficult, I think.
So yeah, let's get started, see what we end up with. Alright, so these are what we're gonna try and put in today. And first we need to get that aluminum bushing thing in.
Yeah, do you know where?
Yeah, around there somewhere. Alright, so we figure out sort of how it should go in. Now we gotta make sure we are putting in the right one, because there's a left and a right one, I think.
I think they should be the same, because you can turn it both ways.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, anyways, the wider side needs to be in the front.
So this one needs to go that direction.
Yeah.
Then it should go like this.
Alright, so let's put it in.
Great success.
Of taking off the tie wrap.
Yeah.
Okay, turn it by hand, the first bit?
Yeah, but it's a little bit annoying.
Oh, okay.
This one is easier.
I'll grab a socket.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And we're loosening it a little again, because we once again need a little wiggle room.
Luckily I said to Jim, let's first see if this side works before we also put the other side on. And we have to do it 2 times, and yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Okay, so we dropped this thing on the ground, and because it's covered in grease, it picked up like a ton of dirt, so we gotta clean it.
Well, we could have just bolted it on already, then it wouldn't have happened, but of course we didn't think it's all the way through.
So it's probably better just to put this thing on beforehand. We also greased it up a little, since it is sort of a hinge point. Oh, it turns actually quite well.
Yeah. Especially with your grease.
Got some of that stuff. So apparently those aluminum bushing things aren't the same. There's a left one and a right one. And we
knew that, but we put on the wrong one anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Lego. Sometimes you need to put the wrong piece and then you find out it isn't the right one. And that's just part of solving the problem.
Alright, so we had to do a bit of figuring out if we had everything right, but it seems like we have. And now that bolt's in, those bolts are in, so...
I'm escaping.
Should we do the other side first, or first...
Let's first finish one side, and we know that we have the right parts on the other side, and we have less chances to f*** it up, because we will f*** up at every chance.
Probably. Alright, so we just went home real quick to grab some of the metal brushes. One of the bolts from the torsion bar is pretty crusty, so we're just going to clean it up a bit with a wire brush. So just clean this up a little, looking a bit better.
Alright, we got it in. It took a little bit of elbow grease to get it through. We cleaned the whole bolt and then we were able to get it in quite easily actually. Now it's firm back in its place and looking a lot better.
Alright, so now we're gonna try and put in the coilover, and once we've done that we're gonna put in the bearing block thing.
Nice. Alright Jim, pop the hood. Difficult little moment. Ah.
I can't reach it from here.
Jim has become an evil landlord. There was a whole family of spiders here and he just evicted them without a notice.
Yeah, spoily.
I can do it. Multitasking.
The one-man army. Alright, so these are painted a little bit on the inside, so the bolts won't go through. We tried hammering them through, but that just resulted in a bolt flying into my paint.
And removing a part of the clear coat.
Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but now we're just trying to sand it with some sandpaper, which is what Daan now has to do. Daan loves this kind of work.
I hate it.
Alright, after quite a lot of f***ing about, we're finally putting in the bolts from the...
powder coating was inside the element, so we had to file it off. It was actually easier than expected because we had quite a good file for it.
So yeah, this isn't exactly fast progress, but there's progress.
It's quite alright, and like if we've done this side, then we will do the other side in like half of the time, you know.
Alright, so we're adjusting the sort of crown nut
Thing
on the bottom. Once again, terrible lighting. Again, going through alright?
Maybe it needs a little bit tighter. It's difficult to put it in.
Yeah, it's also a little bent. I think I'm gonna get some pliers and bend this a little bit more straight.
This should probably help.
Yeah, because this is a bit wonky. Okay, it's a bit more straight. Okay, so this. Ah, okay, I see. I sure this can't go any.
Not very much.
No, it's pretty tight.
That's what she said.
But ah, okay, I see. If I bend this down a little, I should be able to shimmy it through. That should be going through a bit.
Yeah, shimming it out it's easy, but shimming it in it's more difficult.
Oh! Oh! Okay, it's getting through, but I gotta be real careful that I don't bend this. Okay, I got some pliers and pull on this side.
So you do pull and bend at the same time?
Oh, I think. Alright, so this. What's it called, Daan?
Pin.
The pin. Is it a pin?
It's a pin.
Yeah, the pin thing
We pinned it.
is in.
We put a pin in it for today.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what we can do on the other side. We do have to leave in a bit, so.
Yeah, we should be able to do it quite quickly because now we know what we're going to do wrong. We should first start with cleaning.
Yeah. So we're gonna clean up the other side, and looking good. Go over up there.
Yeah, boy.
1 hour later.
So the second side went in pretty easily because we actually knew how to do it this time. Daan's already over here prepping the bearing block thing.
Yeah. This is coming along nicely. You can get it in now.
Nice.
Just a tiny bit that you need to get off it, and then it actually goes well, because look at this. No mass. And I think I might already be able to do it better now. You see now already halfway. Hammer. Great success. What are we doing?
I'm making sure that this thing is absolutely perfectly clean. Stuff's actually coming out of the threads now. Alright, let's grease it up and put it in.
This stuff is literally called grease.
Grease lightning!
grease. It's coming together nicely.
There we go.
Alright.
Alright, so this side is also in now. So yeah, lots of progress.
So now we're just cleaning up things. Because
Yeah.
Jim is going to a festival.
Yeah, sort of. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Later.